This is unbelievable. Welcome back to Bangkok, guys. I'm back from Vietnam, but I'm kind of still in Vietnam. Doesn't make much sense. It soon will when you see what we're eating today. As Vietnam, Saigon is fresh in my mind, especially the food, I thought I'd take you down to a place called Baan Yuan, or Vietnam Village in Bangkok. It's a little known Vietnamese community centered around a church. Amazing food, amazingly friendly people, hidden down a back street. This is exactly how we like it. Let's go. Okay, but before we start today's video, I want to say a big thank you to Anh Nguyen. Thank you so much for your generous financial support of this channel. I could not do this without you guys supporting me in this way. I really do appreciate all of your support, whether that is financial or just sharing and liking the videos. As I keep saying, if you haven't got the money or you don't want to financially support, that's fine, but please keep sharing the videos. And for everyone that does financially support, thank you so much. But Anh Nguyen, this video is for you. Mwah! All right, guys, so first up, I'm a little bit worried about, because I've been here 4 times before and it's never been open, but right, we're on, it's open, let's go. Right, so very popular. We've got 3 tables outside. Behind that, we've got the market that I just walked through. I'll show you a little bit more in a minute. I was in a rush to get here, so I didn't show you too much. And then sort of behind here, you've got the church, which this whole community is centered around. Got a little canal, and then there's more seating out back. So I think I'm gonna go and sit out back. Okay, so we've got bachon, which is snakehead fish. And then we've got gratiam jiao, which is crispy garlic, hom jiao, which is fried shallots, and then we've got a mixture of pak chi palang, pak chi, and ton hom, which is sawtooth coriander, or cilantro, and spring onions. Oh, but you know me, guys, I could eat a whole bowl of these. And in this little pot here, they've got the cooking liquor from the Guay Jub noodles, which are tapioca and rice flour, so it's really starchy and really thick, and that's what thickens up the soup. All right, so we've got 45, 55, 55, 60, so I'm gonna get the big bowl. คุณชื่ออะไรนะครับ
จ๋า
ชื่ออะไรนะ
ชื่ออะไรเหรอคะชื่อใส่ใจค่ะ
ใส่ใจ
ค่ะ
ครับ yes, so here's the noodles. ขอบคุณครับ so they're ข้าวเปียก
ใช่
ข้าวเปียกเส้น
ภาษาเวียดนามก็บันกันกา
บันกันนะ
บันกันกา
บันกันอาทิตย์ที่แล้วไปเที่ยวไซกอน
ต้องไซงอน
ไซกอนใช่กินบังคัน
ดีไหมคะ
ครับ so she gets the noodles out first with some of that starchy water, then adds the bachon with a little bit of that cooking water as well, so that's going to be full of flavour. Very simply topped off with these fried ingredients, the fresh herbs, a little bit of white pepper. Perfect. Okay guys, this looks absolutely incredible. You're not going to find this version in too many other places. I've never seen it before. Usually it comes with pork meatballs, si krong mo, which is pork ribs, and mu ya, which is a Vietnamese pork sausage, which I'll show you in a sec. So you've got firm, meaty bachon snakehead fish in this thick chicken bone soup. That's been thickened up with the flour that's come off of these tapioca and rice flour noodles. And as I said, just been seasoned with white pepper, gratiam jiao, hom jiao. Perfect. Right, I'm gonna try it with nothing in. Rich, peppery, thick soup. As always, really the main flavours coming from the fried onions. I do like my broths more on the thick side. Some are thin, some are thick, just depending on how much of the starchy water they use. It's unique in the fact that it's not pork, and you can actually taste the chicken stock. And also you can taste the fish as well. You can taste that fresh fish because she's used some of the cooking liquor from the fish in the soup as well. This is good. What I do want to do though is add a few bits and pieces off of the table. And here is another treat for me. We've got limes instead of vinegar. All right, so usually you'll get vinegar, you'll get chili vinegar to put in this, Pak Nam Som. But here, proper Vietnamese style, we've got some limes. So I'm actually going to use all of these limes because I like mine sour. And I'm going to get carried away because you don't usually get limes, especially in Bangkok. See, a lot of people think, especially when you eat Thai food in the West, which seems to always come with limes, that lime's really common, but it's not common in Bangkok at all. Usually you choose, your souring agent would be vinegar. All right, we're also going to be getting some of this Pikalian mountain chili. So that's what I'm going to call it anyway, because that's what we call it when we eat khao soi. Right, a couple of spoonfuls of that. We might add some fish sauce in a minute, although this is very, very well seasoned as it is, so I don't think we're going to need it. Let's give that a mix up. Oh, now look at the colour of that, guys. That's what we came for, isn't it? That's what we came for. All right, I'm going to try, I'll get some of the noodles, and get some of the fish. I don't think anyone, is anyone eating with chopsticks? No one's eating with chopsticks, so I'm just going to eat it with fork. So I'm going to get some of the fish. I'm going to get some of the noodles on my spoon. Some of that soup. Right, the lime, the fresh lime, and that smoky roasted chili oil has just taken it up another level. The fish, I'm always a little bit skeptical when I'm eating Bát Yuan. If you haven't had it before, it's a freshwater fish, so it can taste a bit muddy. But this has been cleaned to perfection. There's something really comforting about this thick soup. It's not quite on the level of a radna, so don't be put off. It's not like that snotty consistency that people keep finding so off-putting when I put it in the videos, but there's something really, really warm and comforting about this dish. The Vietnamese version of this dish is called Bánh Canh, if I'm saying that correctly, and I just had it when I was in Vietnam last week with Max McFarlane, so it's fresh in my mind. It is slightly different, but it's the closest thing that you can get to these noodles, and they usually would have that. There's a few different versions, but we got the crab version, so crab, fish balls, prawns. There's a lot of seafood, and with the fish here, this is definitely the most reminiscent version of that I've had in Thailand. This is also called Khao Piak Sen. If you're up in Laos, over in Laos I should say, or up in the northeast in Isan, you can also call this Khao Piak Sen, which translates to fresh, wet noodle. As I said, the fish, perfect, flaky, meaty, not overcooked in any way, shape or form. I like the freshness coming from the spring onions, the ton hom, the pak chi and the pak chi phalang, which is coriander and sawtooth coriander, as I keep forgetting. And again, something really, really comforting about those chewy, soft tapioca noodles. Right, this is easily the best version of this I've had, and I eat this a lot actually. This is one of my favourite soups. Sometimes it can be a bit over the top. Sometimes it's absolutely leathered in MSG, which I like MSG, but sometimes Guay Jub Yuan can be a little bit over salty. This is perfect, perfectly seasoned, perfectly spiced. Love the fresh fish, love the chicken soup, and Ba Sajai has been open now for 30 years. Eat a bowl of this soup, it's easy to see why. We're tucked in a little corner, as I said, just by the market. So this is actually the 4th time I've been here, and it's the first time it's ever been open because I'm usually up too late. You've got to get here early doors. They open at 6, shut about 8:30, 9. They're gonna run out pretty quick. But yeah, really, really cool place. Lovely, lovely people. As always, it's a family affair. So you've got Ba Sajai, her husband, her son Job, his son, his brother, all working the family stall. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this one, guys. I think you should get down here for sure. Stick it on your list. I will stick a Google map link in the description of this place, because this is a one-off. Right guys, so I was rushing to get here, but I'm going to show you a little bit of the market on the way back through. Go get a classic Thai tea, Sadi Khab, Thai coffee, cafe Boran ใช่ไหมครับครับโอเคครับมีชาเย็นไหมครับโอเคเอา เอาชาเย็นไทยนะวันหน่อยนะครับ
ได้ค่ะ
ครับ ขอบคุณครับคุณชื่ออะไรนะ
มนค่ะ
มอนพี่มอน come and see พี่มอน for your coffee and see ครับกี่บาทนะ
20 ค่ะ
20 okay ครับ Right, and actually this is a family affair because Mon is Job's auntie, so this is all the same family, so now you definitely have to come here. It's the little blue and white one. Ready, Kat? Alright, this one's a little sweet, but it's good. As I said, I go through stages. Like, I used to drink these all the time. When I first got here, I was drinking like, ready, Kat? I was drinking like 5 a week, and yeah, now I've had to sort of slow it down because I'm getting so one. So you can just keep getting Vietnamese snacks all along the street. So these are selling Pak Mor, Bánh Cuốn, Bánh Cuốn,
Bánh Beo
Bánh Beo.
ขนมกล้วยยวน
Oh, okay, come. Right, so I'm going to take one of these, the pork floss and rice flour batter.
ใส่จาน
Saigon, ได้ครับ ได้ Right, I'm going to eat this here, guys. Then we're going to go a more yar. So I'm starting to wish that I filmed a little bit more on the way up because when I got here, this was buzzing. There was stalls all along here. There was people all along here. Within half an hour, everybody's gone. Which is what happened if you saw the last video that I did here. I got here too late and it was pretty much dead. So you've got to get here like latest 7 o'clock to really enjoy it. But there's still some Vietnamese treats to enjoy, as I'm going to show you in a sec. You can get a few different Vietnamese things. At first glance, it just looks like any other Thai soy, like Thai backstreet. But when you take a deeper look, you'll notice that most of it is Vietnamese food. All right, so we've got so we've got Pak Mor. So we've got some pork skin, basically, that you'd get in, say, I don't know, Guay Jub Yuan. We've got the pork floss. We've got the Vietnamese dipping sauce, which is chili, water, sugar, and I think they're using vinegar here. I don't think it's lime juice here. It's interchangeable, isn't it? As I just said in the last place, Bangkok, you're always going to get vinegar. And you've got this
บอกว่าทอน
squidgy
โอวัลตินเลย
rice flour
และทอนพี่เขา60ทอนพี่เขา
batter. All right. Well, she said I can put some of this on, so I'm going to put some of this on.
ทานแซ่บ
Right. I think it was probably a mistake going in with that on the first mouthful, but. All right, texturally, there's a lot going on here. This is decent. Right, so we've got that squidgy, bouncy rice flour cake. Come on, Club. Buy one get one free, right? She's also dropped the Pak Mor on me as well. All right. The dipping sauce, very reminiscent to what I got at the Bun Be in my video that I did in Saigon with Max McFarlane. I'm not sure if any of you guys comment in the comment section below. Did you get the notifications for the Vietnamese videos? You never know how Google's going to behave when you go somewhere new. It's a touch sweet for me. Obviously being in Thailand, I would probably pour my own next time and just put a little bit less of the sauce on, but it's decent. It's sour again, sweet, spicy as hell. And as I said, texturally, very, very interesting. Soft, squidgy, and then crunchy from the Pak Mor. You've also got a load of garlic, spring onions, and coriander going through it. For freshness, I actually feel like I'm back in Vietnam. All right, next up we've got the Pak Mor, or the Baan Yuan. And if you saw my video from last time, you'll know that I usually go up there and write to a lady called Viet, and she does these as well. But today I've stopped here to see these guys because I want to keep it all in one street so it's easy for you. Again, we've got that same dipping sauce. Right, let's have a look inside these. I thought they were rice flour, but she's just said they're tapioca flour, so maybe they are different in Thailand, or just at this stall. But this is, they're wrapped and steamed over fabric, and it's steamed over a pot. Makes like these little pancake wraps, and then they wrap up the spring onion, fish sauce, and minced pork with a little bit of white pepper. Then you've got the dipping sauce. Remember, Vietnamese food, especially in Thailand, is all about the dipping sauce. Again, for me, it's the textures. It's the soft, I keep using the word squidgy, but I've got no other adjective for it. So squidgy, soft, bouncy wrappers, and then inside you've got that coarse minced pork. You've got the chopped spring onions. Very simple, but absolutely packed full of flavour. Loads of spring onions as well, so that's the main flavour you're getting. You're getting like fatty minced pork, and that oniony flavour from the scallions, which I found to be so prominent in the Vietnamese food when I went back. Everything I ate had scallion oil on it, spring onion oil. Now I'm saying scallions, I've been with an American for 4 days. And lots of pork. Again, the same sweet, sour, spicy dipping sauce. Now I could honestly do with a little bit less of that on mine just because I don't have that palate where I enjoy sweet things that much, but this is one of my favourite snacks, street snacks in Thailand, and I have eaten this fairly extensively, I'd say, when I've been to Vietnam. In fact, the last time I went this last 4 days was the only time I haven't eaten Baan Yuan in Vietnam. So I feel like I know it more than most Vietnamese snacks, and this one was absolutely spot on. All right, and I wasn't actually going to get anything else, but then I saw this Bun Be. Bun Be is kanom jeen rice noodles with shredded pork skin, chilies, peanuts. Oh, we've got some shredded pork, what I think is shoulder, and that's just on a bed of Thai basil, lettuce, and cabbage. Right, I should have mixed this up a bit better. It's what Vietnamese food's all about, getting it all mixed up. But I've got some of the herbs, I've got some of the bun, or the kanom jeen, got some of the pork, some of that shredded pork skin. So the most interesting thing about this is what they've sprinkled on top. This is by far the best dish here. So there's peanuts on top, ground peanuts, and I couldn't work out what the other flavour was, and it's khao gua, so it's toasted ground sticky rice. Then on top of that, there's also toasted galangal, dried toasted shredded galangal, giving like a nice cooling kind of freshness to the dish. That is called ka, I think. But yeah, the pork skin, a lot of people are put off by pork skin because it's like sort of see-through, sort of rubbery, gelatinous. Looks just like fat, but this is actually delicious. And I found this in Vietnam to be a little bit too tough. I found in Vietnam in general that they liked their meat a little bit tougher than we have our meat here, with a little bit more bite to it. All personal preference, of course. So I asked her the name, and she said it's called Bun Be in Vietnamese. We just call it kanom jeen in Thai. I'm not sure this is an actual Vietnamese dish because I can't find it. I googled it, I couldn't find it. But this is very reminiscent of bun thit nương, but obviously without the spring rolls and the grilled pork. But just the way everything's mixed up with the rice noodles, this does taste very, very Vietnamese. And that might sound a bit stupid because you're like, obviously it tastes Vietnamese because it's Vietnamese, you're in little Vietnam, Baan Yuan, but A lot of the food Vietnamese here is Thai Viet, so it's over the years it's been changed to suit Thai palates, not Vietnamese palates. So it's like the origins are Vietnamese, but the dishes have changed over time. This is by far my favourite. Love it. Again, banging on again about the textures. For me, it's very important to have a few different textures in a dish. You've got like the soft, squidgy rice noodles. You've got the kind of drier, shredded pork. And you've got all the different toasted aromatics. You've got the peanuts giving a little bit of crunch. Then you've got all those fresh herbs, the lettuce, the crunch from the cabbage, just freshening everything up. This, my friends, was absolutely perfect. You need to get down here. They also have Guay Jub here with the fish, so it's obviously a thing in these parts. Bye. Bye-bye. I absolutely love that. Why I love coming to these places so much is that they're still really, they don't get a lot of foreigners down here, so they're like, at first they're like, what are you doing here? Are you lost? And then you can speak a little bit, and then they're just so welcoming, and they love the fact that you're enjoying all of their food. Those girls were so friendly. I tried to have a little bit of a chat, but they weren't understanding too much of what I was saying. If it's possible, I actually think my Thai is actually getting worse since I started learning to read and write, because I'm second guessing that everything that I'm saying. Whereas before, I was saying it tonally wrong, but I was saying it with conviction. So in the context of the conversation, they would understand what I'm saying. Whereas now I'm like, Pak Mor, am I doing the vowels right? See, I think I'm actually getting worse at speaking Thai, which is I thought would be impossible. All right, I'm absolutely stuffed, guys, but I am going to go and see my friend Patong and get some mu yor, the Vietnamese sausage, because it is the best in town, and I will guarantee you that. You know, I don't use the word best very often because I haven't eaten all the mu yor in town, but even if I had, hers would still be the best. Good. Has to be good, otherwise. Cup, all right, have fun, guys. Come on, Cup. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Yeah, Orawan, come and check it out. This guy speaks perfect English. Very, very good at English. He's just bantering me a little bit about my hair. He's seen me on YouTube a few times. Very, very nice, friendly guys. A lot of people speak English here because we're by like there's a school there, St. Francis Convent. And a lot of people from this area are Catholic, and they went there, and they speak English. So everyone here pretty much speaks really good English. But there's more. สวัสดีครับ อันนี้อะไรนะ กระเพาะปลาค่ะครับ And she's got popia. Spring rolls. We've got some more Pak Mor, Bang Yuan. Bang Yuan. อร่อยนะกินแล้วนะเยี่ยมมากไส้กรอกอีสานแซ่บหลายๆแซ่บอีหลีครับ He's on the pancakes, he's on the obun sen, kanom buang. I just want to buy everything just so I can like help everyone out, but I'm so full up. I need to go and grab my bag because I've left my camera and all my stuff in the bag around the corner. But I'm pretty sure no one's going to steal it. So what should we get from this Vietnamese stall? So there's Pi Dong now on the sign, so you can't really miss it. Mẹ you nè? You Baan, huh? Yeah. Oh no, she's not here. All right, so you've got everything here. Now they've started importing from Vietnam. Because the son-in-law, I just forgot his name for a sec, but he is actually from Hanoi. So they've got Vietnamese soy sauce, Vietnamese fish sauce. They've got the anchovy paste, so like the thicker fish sauce. They've got the pickled soya bean sauce. So this is for all your dips, and you can also, some people have it with their pho. Then you've got the chili sauce, you can have it with your pho. And then they've got Mam Nuoc, so gapi, chama? They've got that stinky shrimp paste, like agapi, but it's like bright purple. Oh, I'm getting some stuff. Moya. Oh, and then they've got that moya as well. Yeah, so I'm gonna get a little mixture of a few different things. But as I said before, guys, come on down. They've got everything you need. They're even hand making all the guntiang, the Chinese sausage here. They've got it all sun drying. Honestly, these guys are the governor. Tomorrow there's going to be banana versions of these. Pass that later.
ก็เก็บถ้วย
Cup. So come down and have these. But come down, say hello anyway. Get all your Vietnamese produce. Thank you. Come on. Come on, Cub. All right. See you next time. Jagan Cub. Bye bye. Right. So as always, when I come to these little communities, I've ended up with far too much food. I'll be eating Vietnamese food for a week. I'm going to get cooking with my new ingredients. So although a lot of you banter me about being called the Roman cook and not cooking, I do cook every day. I just don't film it. But I will start filming it very, very soon. If you want some Vietnamese recipes, let me know in the comment section below. If, for whatever reason, you haven't watched my Vietnamese videos, catch up on those. They were really, really good, in my humble opinion. But we're back on the streets of Bangkok now for this foreseeable future, before maybe heading to Laos next. So where would you like to see me go next? You let me know in the comment section below. But we'll always be coming back to Thailand because this is where we live. Anyway, guys, I've rambled on enough for today. I will stick links with directions to this place in the description box below. Great place, as I said, to come and just walk about, chat with the locals and eat some Vietnamese food. Sorry, I almost got run over. As I was saying, links with directions in the description box below. Please don't ask me where this place is because the links are in the description. Guys, I will see you in the next one. Mwah!